I welcome my dear viewers and subscribers to my 146th video of my YouTube channel, Writer Sandhanam Speaks. I am ever grateful to you for your continued listening, fulfilling the purpose of my talking. As mentioned earlier, aspiring viewers on topics of wisdom are always fewer, as the wise sages are scarce. As the sages begged for food with their only possession, the bowl, I relay their words with the only instrument of my small mobile phone, with no sponsors excepting your listening support. Till I get to 0 viewers and energy left in my body, I am 78. I hope to continue to share the precious wisdom, whether it is from Thirumoolar, Ramana Maharishi, U.G. Krishnamurti, and others. Wisdom is not for sales. If it is for sales, it is not wisdom. I got it free and hence offer to you free. To confirm this statement, let me recite as part of episode 20 on Thirumandiram by Thirumoolar, who differentiates the true sages from the false ones. The relevant poem runs like this. பத்தி விற்றுண்டு பகலை கடிவிடும் மத்தகற்கன்றோ மறுபிறப்பு உள்ளது, வித்துக்கு உற்றுண்டு விளைபுலம் பாழ் செய்யும் பித்தகற்கென்றும் பிறப்பில்லை தானே. Translation. Some live through the day by selling devotion for a price. For them, the self-deluded rebirth awaits sure. Some others destroy the germinating seeds of karma. These God-intoxicated sages never reborn, I say. In my many earlier episodes, I had elaborately talked about the purpose of human life, that is avoiding rebirth. According to karma, rebirth means re-death. One is the result of the other. A question to an inquiring mind may arise whether there is really rebirth. If so, why should one avoid it? Since we are dealing with no-nonsense sages and who have no axe to grind by uttering a lie, we believe in rebirth as they confirm it. They also say, so far as non-sages or ignorant inquirers like us are under the maya or illusion, there is a rebirth cycle. If by luck and divine grace one is freed from this illusion or maya, rebirth too becomes an illusion or non-existent. The second portion of the question is, why should one avoid it? Because human experience reveals that pleasure enjoyed by senses are fleeting. Meanwhile, suffering, both physical and mental, enters the body through the back door. Nobody on the deathbed says he has enjoyed uninterrupted happiness, as pain is inbuilt in pleasure as expressed in my earlier episodes. That is why eager aspirants badly need liberation, cancelling rebirth. With this clarification, now let me interpret Thirumoolar's poem. India is basically a Guru Desam, that is a nation of teachers, where wisdom sprouted in its pristine purity like the Upanishads, epics, including voluminous, innumerable books containing words of wisdom. The Tamil sage Thirumoolar, author of Thirumandiram, is one among the Gurus. Dissatisfied with and tired of the sorrow-ending excessive material pleasures, foreigners flocked to India, which continue even now, in search of wise sages for their solutions. Mistaking these false gurus for the genuine ones, they only lose their purpose, their purse, of course, their final purpose too. They lose their purse willingly, getting nothing in return. There were few exceptions like Paul Brenton, who stumbled upon Sri Ramana Maharishi, a genuine article. In the absence of Sri Ramana, I also stumbled upon another genuine sage, U.G. Krishnamurti, luckily in his last years. These two sages one remaining the ancient Rishi Sri Ramana Maharishi and the other UG Krishnamurti in modern dress, speaking modern language English, met sincere aspirants casually with no prior appointment but on equal terms with due mutual respect. These two never pontificated but only answered the questions from the audience. They never charged fees and the admission was free for all. There was authenticity and unalloyed truth in what they said. I was surprised to find their words echoing my Tamil Siddhas, including Thirumoolar. Not only now, even in Thirumoolar's time, there were these two categories, genuine and fake gurus. The first two lines of this poem talk about these false gurus who sell the talk in the guise of devotional preaching for a price. What is the difference between a profit-making merchant and this kind of preacher? In the past, some Bhagavans, which their cultivated enchanting eloquence, fattened the bank account, stealing from both the sexes. Propagating unconditioned free sex is the gateway to Ananda. It is an irony that a particular Bhagavan, it is rumored, died of slow poisoning administered by a wealthy country. Nor the disciples got the promised enlightenment, leaving them high and dry. When sages like Buddha got enlightenment, he spoke in detail and advised renunciation. Renunciation is the only key to enlightenment, or to be precise, man's natural state. UG Krishnamurti, who was reborn in this life itself after his clinical death at Sanin Valley, Switzerland, like Ramana in Madurai, gave these false gurus mouthful, calling them spiritual goons. He also continued amidst laughter. Quote, if only I imitated these pretentious Bhagavans, I would have been one of the richest men in the world. Quotation ends. So is the case with the Ramana Maharishi, who clapped his hands and received alms from a willing family at the streets of Tiruvannamalai. Filling one's belly and hiding one's nakedness do not come under the term desire, but it comes under day-to-day needs, which we cannot name it as desire or greediness. The fault line is something different. It is tanha in the Buddhist phraseology, meaning becoming what I am not. This becoming has no end. But these false gurus, if only one goes close to them and observes, he will find they are interested in amassing, not losing what they have. But Thirumoolar tells them pointedly, you cannot escape rebirth. A rich preacher may be reborn, God forbid, as a temple street beggar, depending upon his karma. The last two lines, as explained, talk about those who escape karma by not involving in samsara with its complications. Thirumoolar compares it with the germinating seeds being pounded and eaten up. That is why they do not sow the seeds of tanha or becoming in the field of samsara, so that they do not reap sorrow, leading to rebirth cycle. The difference between false and genuine gurus is brought out by the Chinese sage Lao Tzu, Lao-Tzu, echoing Thirumoolar, or vice versa. Quote from this book, Lao Tzu, one who speaks does not know, one who knows does not speak. Quotation ends. But rarely wise words are born out of silence, the ultimate truth. Both these sages have discovered the truth on their own, as both spoke in different language from different countries at different times. In fact, Wisdom has a common language, transcending truth, spoken by Thirumoolar and others. Thank you.